Rodney Stewart and Brian Lockridge return for their senior season, but following this upcoming 2011 football season, the Buffaloes are going to become very young at running back. There's a gap in the eligibility chart at the position with no junior or sophomore running backs on the roster. But fortunately for Colorado, running back is one of the positions where an inexperienced player can come in and have a lot of success early on. Aside from the pass protection aspect of it, running back is more of an instinctual position. Colorado's looking for quality more than quantity at running back this recruiting cycle. And they thought they had one quality back on board from the class of 2012 with Houston Westside running back B.J. Catalon. He had verbally committed to CU in early March. But recently, after picking up some new offers during the spring evaluation period, Catalan decided that he was going to switch up his pledge, and he actually committed to TCU. There's more than 8 months remaining before signing day, and certainly the Buffs will continue to recruit Catalan in hopes that he'll change his mind yet again. But Catalan has said that he's a Texas kid, and he's lived in Texas his whole life, so the thought of being able to stay in the Lone Star State for college is very appealing for him. So going to be very difficult to get him to change back his commitment to Colorado. Davian Payne and Chris Brown are a couple of the Buffalo's other top running back targets this recruiting cycle. Payne stands about 5'11", 215. He can run between the tackles, and he can also break a big run on the outside. He rushed for nearly 2,000 yards and 27 touchdowns during his junior season. He plays at Citrus Hill High School, which is located in Paris, California. So far, to this point in time, Payne has shown the most interest in Boise State and Colorado. He already took an unofficial visit to Boise this spring and plans to come visit Boulder sometime this summer. There's quite a few other Pac-12 schools looking at Payne. Arizona State, Washington, and Washington State are some of the other schools that have offered him a scholarship. And with Payne, a big key in his college decision is going to be where he feels most comfortable and where he feels which college he feels has the best family environment, because growing up he never really had a stable family situation. So he said multiple times that that's what he's really looking for in a college. Chris Brown is 5'11" as well, a little lighter than Davian Payne at 200 pounds, but still runs with good strength. He's from Fresno, California, and he previously had a top two of Colorado and Utah. During the spring evaluation period, as more colleges have stopped by and shown interest in him, he's gained interest in Arizona and Washington, and he's got a lot of other schools that have offered: Arizona State, Missouri, Purdue, Utah, Washington State. A lot of Colorado's targets this recruiting cycle plan to make their decision this summer, but Chris Brown plans to take his time, take his official visits in the fall before making that decision. And Colorado is certainly one of the schools that he's planning to take a trip to. Brown considers his vision as one of his best attributes as a running back. He was a second-team All-State honoree last season. Coach Bieniemy, of course, has talked to Chris Brown about his namesake, the Chris Brown who played 2 seasons at CU and rushed for a school record 6 touchdowns against Nebraska in 2001 before he began a 7-year NFL career. Gilbert, Arizona standout Anthony Lopez is another class of 2012 running back recruit that's shown a good amount of interest in Colorado. The Buffs were the first to offer him on May 3rd, and he's since picked up new offers from Arizona, Army, and Montana. Even though Oregon State hasn't offered him a scholarship yet, the Beavers currently top his list of recruiting favorites. Lopez told me that he'd like to take an official visit to Boulder in the fall, so he does have pretty strong interest in Colorado, as I mentioned earlier. He's a strong runner. He averaged close to 9 yards per carry last season, and he's got good speed as well. He ran the 100-meter dash in under 11 seconds this spring. So if Colorado can add 1 or 2 quality backs with this recruiting class, they'd have a nice solid group of backs competing for that starting job when Speedy Stewart stays as a Buff are done.